Keighley and Worth Valley Railway. A 5-mile line in Yorkshire running from Keighley through to Oxenhope. It was built in 1862, funded by local mill owners to transport textiles to Keighley. In 1962, the branch closed due to the rise of roads being built and the lack of customers. A small group of dedicated railway supporters didn't like this and bound together to form a society to save the railway. In 1968, the line reopened to passengers as a heritage railway. The railway is still run today by volunteers via the Keighley and Worth Valley Railway Preservation Society. In 2022, it celebrated its 60th anniversary with over 3,600 members and over 700 working volunteers. These working roles vary from on-train ticket collectors to engine drivers, catering staff to making sure the track is okay. Volunteers are aged from 14 to retirees, and no job is too big or too small. But what do the volunteers do from day to day? At the far end of the line is Oxenhope. Oxenhope has a station buffet, a shop, and an exhibition shed. Oxenhope is also the base of the railway's operational wagon and carriage fleet. These are looked after by the Department of Carriage and Wagon.
My name is Daniel Winters, I'm 21 years old and I've been volunteering here for over 10 years. I'm a member of the Carriage and Wagon Department where we maintain the railway's entire fleet of coaches and wagons and do everything from major overhauls down to running maintenance. I'm here at least once a week, but often 2 or 3 days a week depending on my availability. It's a great fun experience. We spend a lot of time being social and a lot of time doing work. It's a great way to get out and learn new skills and use the skills that you already have in life. Generally enjoy running a railway for the community. So as I say, I've always had an interest in railways. My dad's been a volunteer on and off over the last 40 years and he got me interested in it and I've stayed ever since. We supply vehicles for running on all the railway's operating days, so that's everything from galas, our beer and music festival, down to just everyday operations of the railway.
With 5 miles of track and 365 days of harsh Yorkshire weather, the infrastructure needs some TLC too. From the track to the signals to the numerous structures on the line, all need some care. This job is taken up by the department called Civil Maintenance.
My name's Joseph Holloway, I'm 24 years old and I've been a volunteer here for 11 years now, and my role particularly is just sort of like handyman, helping out where I can and just getting my hands stuck in. I'd like to say 2 Saturdays a month is enough. I used to be down every Saturday, but obviously work commitments, but yeah, 2 Saturdays a month. Learning new skills is a big thing. Obviously I'm not from a railway background, so learning new things is good. And just bringing people together from all ages. Like they've got people who are 20-year-old like me and you got people 70, and you know, it's amazing how much you can talk about. I think it came through one of my friends. He were working here and it was when I was about 12 or 13 and he said, why did you come along? And ever since then it just sort of grew on me and I've just sort of stayed here since. The fact of learning new skills, not even if you're interested in railways, it's, you know, if you're doing civil engineering at university, doing something like this would be ideal. And it's a fact of just bringing people of all ages together. Us as civils, we've got 2 weeks of the year where we shut the railway completely and sort of maintain the track and the signals and stuff, but the railway as a whole, they've got many events over the year what caters for all types of families and people. Yeah, so apart from doing civils, I work in a local department with a few of us, and then I maintain one of the other stations in Grow down the line as an assistant station master. Today we are changing fish plates down at Keighley on the track, so it'll mean stripping some of the track apart, greasing them up and then putting them back together so it doesn't rub when it gets in summer, because it sort of expands, so you want to try and keep it as low as you can.
Near the middle of the line is Oakworth Station, famous for the 1970s film The Railway Children, as well as the sequel The Railway Children Return. This station is a huge tourist attraction today. The late Bernard Cribbins is famous for his role as Mr. Perks, the station master. Today, The station master is Richard.
My name is Richard Ashworth. I am 57 and I've been volunteering on the Worth Valley Railway for 9 years. So I operate within the stations department. I'm the volunteer station master at Oakworth Station, and the station department is, as it sounds, responsible for all the various activities that take place on the stations, from booking right through to signalling. I usually volunteer at least 1 day a week, usually 2. It gets busier at certain times of year, depending on how much maintenance there is to do and what events are coming up, so it can vary. As part of the role of station master, I also am a passed out crossing keeper, because we have the level crossing here at Oakworth. I think what I enjoy most about volunteering at the railway is meeting people, meeting the visitors that come to the station. There's also a certain amount of pride in maintaining the station and keeping it, because we get a lot of sort of very positive comments from the visitors about the station itself. I think that's the best thing. I joined the railway because my 2 sons were really interested in the railways, and my wife, and so we now all volunteer on the railway. I don't tend to get involved with special events to any great extent, other than preparing the station in the lead up to special events. We'll need to make sure that the station's all clean and ready for that, and then there's the tidying up afterwards, so we tend to leave the special events for other people. I do pop down and enjoy them, but there are so many different reasons for people being volunteers that if you asked 100 volunteers, you'd get 100 different answers as to why they joined. And it's not just about playing trains, there are so many other sides to it. So I'm interested in it because of the more of the heritage aspect, preserving the past and making that accessible to visitors. Today we've got some tidying up to do because it was the steam gala at the weekend, so there's a few bits and pieces around that have just kind of got forgotten in the busyness of the steam gala. So I'll just go around, make sure everything's put away as it should be, everything's clean, stock everything up, it's ready for next weekend's running. Clocks to wind, gas lamps to check, and then if there's some time, I've got some enamel signs that I'm wanting to put up on the new tea hut. On Sunday, I'm coming down to help out as crossing keeper, just so I get a chance to put on a nice clean uniform and mess about on the platform a bit instead of being up a ladder painting something or something like that.
Not every day are just trains and museums. The railway has many special events throughout the year. These vary from Howth Haddock, Wizards and Witches, beer and music festivals, to steam galas. There are many roles to do at each special event. If any of these departments look interesting and something you'd want to do, get in touch in person or with the details on screen.